Hello.
It's been a little while, but we are back. As we go through, I'm going to ask each of you to give me your understanding of what's going on right now. So, Joey.
Oh, God.
You don't have to say everything. Just remember something that's happening for you right now.
We are planning to, we're planning to go down there to fix that problem, aren't we? To fight that dragon. And I also have, the staff constantly looking at me for being a creep. That's gonna live rent-free in my head for a while.
Yeah, the first class steward did kind of, confront you just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, respectable.
You can't be mad at someone who's doing their job.
Right. On paper, I was a classic case of being a creep. On paper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's acceptable. I understand. Besides that...
It was Gene Gully. Beefcake. Thug.
What are you looking at?
They're looking at a character.
I don't know.
What?
Gallery, birthplace, Paris.
Oh, you're looking at Jean.
Oh, Jean.
Oh, John. I forgot how to say his name. That makes more sense.
Jean Guiron. I don't know.
Makes a lot more sense with this archetype of being a beefcake.
He's our fellow Colt. Yeah, his occupation is beefcake.
95 in strength is crazy.
Oh yeah, he's a monster. We have
Size 85.
Yeah,
what is it? His punch is only a D3 plus body. What's his body? I'm sorry. Are we on the air?
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
See, I got
His
got
damage
interested in-
bonus is 1d6, so if he punches you, it's 1d3 plus 1d6.
okay.
Which is almost better than my gun.
But that's fine. Let's go to Travis then.
I'm not sure who I'm gonna be playing tonight, but I think it'll be Victor
I think you're Victor.
Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
We heard that there was a dragon in the cargo hold, and I was gonna go see if I can't deal with it with some magics. 'Cause why not? I don't think there is one, but I mean, how would anyone notice a dragon?
Easy was summoned.
Then that leads us to Terry.
Hi. Play as James. Broke into this cargo hold, broke open a box, saw, a dead guy, went, oh, whoops. Slid under a vehicle to hide from people, got out, tried to use the vehicle to ram into what, I'm trying to remember his name again. What was, yeah. to go and run into Chad Peterson. Did not work. Didn't realize, hey, there's straps connected to the car. Kind of gave myself whiplash, blacked out the second time because, I thought I was better than that. Clearly don't understand vehicles. Woke up, decided, yeah, that didn't work. Time to get out of here. Time to skedaddle. Got out of there. Saved a man. Well,
something like a man.
And now he swore his loyalty to me. I got a little bit crazy. Now I don't follow social norms. And am extremely rude.
You will recover from that at some point, but it's up to you.
At some
to
point,
decide
but
how much
not
you like
yet.
being that way.
Oh, he's become Sheldon Cooper.
Dang!
Oh.
Right, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be honest, I've probably been gone the longest. I don't remember a whole lot, but I do remember going on tour with Miss Virginia and dragging her into our nonsense because she knows how to shoot. And that's very good.
She knows how to shoot, and it is her fiance who has apparently fallen victim to the whatever the evil is in this adventure.
And she deserves a little bit of she deserves a little comeuppance for that. Or what's the word? Vengeance. That's the word.
That's a good word for it. So, I believe that yes, you were all planning to go down and see what you can do about that dragon, but it's been a little while. It took some time for you all to find each other, and then you sat down and had quite a conversation.
And then Victor told me I'm not allowed to go down with him.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I just said
Well,
that.
if I'm not allowed to go down there and cause mischief and trouble down there, I'll just do it on top of the deck.
Listen, you might be a little
I
crazy.
do have a date.
You're gonna miss that date. We're bringing you down with us.
Listen, Bri. He needs some time to rest. All right. Right. I go crazy. All right. I've lived in these streets. Wait, what's your character's name again?
Birdie.
Birdie. He is not coming with us. Right.
What happens every time one of us goes off on their own?
We're not going off on our own. Theodore.
Well, I can tell you what
and-
happened when I went off on my own.
And you have.
Yeah. So he needs to be somewhere safe.
The
'Cause
first time
I
I
don't
was safe.
Really trust.
Second
him.
time wasn't. Didn't get hurt. Either.
We'll be sensible about this. Theodore and John, James, they all can. Let's let them do their own thing. Let's go figure out what's going on down there. All right.
What about
I
Luna?
think-
Is
I
Luna
think-
going with you?
It's a cat. I'm gonna let the cat do cat things. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have Luna go down there.
Victor just knows that if Terry keeps going through this traumatic stuff, he's not gonna come out okay. We don't need any more like me, all right? That's my niche to fill. I'm the one who's not supposed to be okay.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you, but none of us are okay.
Trust me, I've noticed.
Are you planning to take Virginia with you?
Yes.
And James, is Shang-Tsung going with you to explore the deck?
I told him to go down with them and to keep them safe and act as a guide for them.
Okay. That sounds like a plan then. A group of you
Alrighty.
adventurers. Are you making any preparations, or are you just rushing down there with the clothes on your backs?
I think we should go get Miss Virginia that shotgun.
Okay. You know where to find it. Virginia knows Mr. Astor, so
Mm-hmm.
she'll have no. She obviously will know exactly where it is and how to retrieve it. Do you give her any real explanation of why you need it? She's been here, listening to you. I don't think she's convinced of what you're talking about.
If she's been here listening to what we've been talking about and she doesn't believe that we're going to need it, then I'm just going to let the experience speak for itself.
I mean, she's going to be saying, like, you're talking about having a dragon on board, and she's been encouraged by your belief that that whatever happened to Chad, he didn't commit suicide. But this is a step beyond that.
I'll put it this way. Either you don't have to come with us to investigate this whatsoever, or you come with us and you bring that shotgun and you get prepared to shoot something that's going to scare the life out of you.
Well, let's hold it back a little bit. We don't have complete confirmation that it's down there, right? We're gonna go down there to figure out if we can find anything, what's going on. If there is something there, we're just gonna leave. All right, hear me out. I don't want to mess with a big thing inside of a small place. All right, it's gonna make a lot of noise. It's gonna might tear a hole in the wall.
Victor wanting to run away from a fight? I never thought I'd see the day.
There's a difference between running from a fight and running from a fight unprepared. Listen, I'm gonna need dynamite. I'm gonna need a lot more than just a shotgun. All right. If it's down there, James seems to be a little off his rocker lately.
James seems to be off his rocker.
I'm sorry, you do too. My bad.
If nobody holds her back, she's gonna punch him.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't you make a brawl roll?
Hey, I'm fine with this. Can I dodge then? Like, if we're actually rolling?
I mean, you can. Are you gonna let her
Yeah,
take the
right.
hit or not?
I mean,
Yeah.
if I have the option to dodge, like if there's consequences to taking damage, I'm gonna avoid it. All right.
Okay.
Just roll.
All right.
Yeah, no, I ain't hitting you.
Do you really want me to roll?
I mean, do you
I'll
want to
still
dodge or
roll.
not?
I'll still roll.
Okay.
Dang. I thought I got.
So yeah, Birdie steps up, takes a swing at you, and you just casually step back out of the way.
Just one good step.
I doubt that calms Birdie down, but I think
No, she's if nobody like holds her back, she is going to keep trying to punch him.
okay. So this is your.
Hold on, question. Are you guys already walking away, or are you guys still in the room with James?
Still in the room.
I think James will do you a favor, and he'll walk up behind Victor, and he'll slap him on the back of the head for you. Say, not crazy. I know what I saw down there.
Thank you.
All right. Victor, are you going to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
There's no damage associated with a slap on the back of the head.
I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna let Birdie roll damage though. That's the line. That's my line.
Yeah, smack in the back of the head, fine. Hard enough to go ooch.
If we're rolling dice, very
Birdie
careful
does
with
have
that.
a
No
damage
worries, I'm
bonus,
not
so
punching
it's-
you.
That's fair.
A slap from Birdie can hurt.
I want to point out I don't got a body. What is it? I don't know what it's called, DB.
Damage bonus.
Yeah, I don't have a damage bonus.
Yeah, that comes from strength and size.
Which luckily I don't have for you.
So, bickering amongst yourselves a little bit. How do you come down on having Virginia get the shotgun? One of you is for, one of you is against. Connor, do you have an opinion?
No opinion. I had to think hard on that.
There was a brief look of fear on your face.
No, that was me looking up and away to think harder. I do that a lot in only voice.
I have
okay.
the same thing. Answers are stored in a certain location I have to look at to find.
Yeah,
Yep.
you gotta look at the answer in your head.
Alright. Virginia? Is it far enough gone? She's gonna grab the shotgun.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright. So, you posse up. You start heading down through the decks. Shang-Tsung ahead to show you the way. And you find yourselves confronted by where is he? By the second mate. What's his name? Well, you're confronted by the second mate, and I'll worry about finding his name while you tell me what you do about it. He stops you. Says, "Sorry, folks. This is steerage. This is not a place for passengers to be. I'm going to need you to go back up on deck." Second mate Gustav Knudsen. Is anybody speaking?
Nobody has any thoughts.
So,
Birdie's just gonna keep
we got
walking forward.
stuck?
Hold on. I have an idea, but I'm not there.
You were told not to come. I don't know if James is in a listening and obeying mood right now.
That is an also fair thing. I can't argue with that. Can I just sneak around this man?
Can I?
No, actually. Earlier, according to James's story, he was able to just easily sneak around and they weren't paying that close of attention. He is really on the ball right now. Like, he is paying close attention and guarding the passage very carefully.
Alright, I don't talk, so this is someone else's job.
Alright, who wants
What
to
do I gotta
seduce him?
roll
Rock,
to-
paper, scissors.
Can I roll something to go and figure out if James wants to or doesn't? And if he's able to convince, or not even convince, get away from both Theodore and John?
I don't think Jean is going to try to restrain you.
Are you sure? Are you sure Theodore wouldn't try to talk his ear out about the date and how he's gonna have to do a lot of legwork because he kind of seems crazy?
You can roll a stealth if you want to try to just sneak away from them.
You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see how I do. I ain't leaving that. I'm not with you guys.
That's fair. If that's how you want to handle it, that's fair. Do not have to stay behind, though. That's up to So second mate Knudsen is asking you, please turn around, go back up on deck. If you've gotten a little bit lost, I can give you directions anywhere you need to go. I can even summon someone to guide you, but you can't go below decks.
Is this normal?
Yeah, you're not supposed to go below decks, but he is. It seems that his vigilance has increased, according to James's story of heading below decks earlier.
Birdie's just gonna keep trying to walk past him.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't. This is not a place for passengers to be. It is somewhat dangerous down here.
I'm well aware of how dangerous it can be down here. I have some business to attend to.
Ma'am, what business do you have in the hold?
I'm gonna actually speak up, right? Because I'm actually carrying some priceless artifacts that need to be put back to storage. And I'm talking about the like the two magic things.
The wands.
Not the wands, the Egyptian. I know it. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I know that
The
Theodore.
scepters?
Yeah.
Scepters, yeah.
He'll say, "Sir, you have a safe in your room for any personal valuables."
Don't I have like a public one? There's other people in there, right?
That's fair. You are not in first class. That's a fair point. So he says, "All right, I can speak to the captain later on, and we can find a place in the hold for your valuables."
Well, given that one of your crew was in fact in a gentleman's room rummaging around and admitted to
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a shotgun? And Virginia is going to quickly put the shotgun behind her back. I'll say, "No. I'm afraid I need to ask you to surrender that to me."
We were going to put that in storage as well.
You know what? Can you wait here just for a moment?
Sure thing.
Don't step away.
Yeah.
And he's going
As soon as he turns his back, I'm gonna unload that shotgun. Okay.
He takes a couple steps down a side corridor, but he keeps his eyes on you, and he picks a phone up off the wall, or some sort of intercom device. And he starts.
Birdie's
speaking
gonna
quietly
tackle him.
into it.
Birdie's gonna tackle him before he can start talking.
Okay, give me a brawl roll.
This is not gonna end well. I do not have good brawl. Nobody else is doing anything. Hey!
All right.
So he gets hit by a truck.
I wince. I know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah. So you hit him in the middle. He's standing next to the wall at this point. So when you do this, he folds in half, and then his head flies up and strikes the wall, and he's unconscious. You haven't killed him or anything. This is a pulp game. He's unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Connor, poor bastard.
All right. I know what we have to do here. I'm just gonna grab the body, put it to like where he was, but make it look like he fell asleep. Hat down, over his eyes.
I'm hanging the phone back up.
Okay. Yep, you do that. And I assume that after this, you all continue back down to the hold?
Yes.
You make your way to cargo hold 6.
Oh, before we do head down, do we have a flask?
I assume you always do.
I'm gonna get a little bit of booze on him, just to make it seem like he's been drinking. I'm gonna hide my flask on him.
I'm
Or
just gonna
a
be the one to
flask
take
on
the
him.
shotgun. All right.
If,
No, Virginia has the shotgun.
Listen,
if there
I
was
trust
shadow
you know how to
cards in
use
this
the
game,
shotgun.
I'd be giving you some.
listen. I know how to use the shotgun, right? Not only that,
So does
if we
Virginia.
get stopped again, and I get locked up, I know I could get out. All right,
Yeah,
I know I
Virginia-
could get out.
Virginia. She goes like this, and she says, "I know how to use the shotgun."
Why do you think I brought her?
What do you have loaded?
I'm afraid all we have on here is birdshot.
That's not gonna be enough.
You make your way down to cargo hold 6. You step inside to see several crewmen examining the room, and Captain Nelson in here as well. There's been a bit of damage. You can see that some of the cars have been torn free of their straps and overturned. Some of the crates have been smashed, and there are a couple of some of those barrels that you chose not to look inside, James, have been smashed open.
Is it blood and guts?
Or
From
is it
where
just
you're
the remains of blood and guts?
From where you're standing, you can't be sure what's in there. But as you step into the room, the crewmen turn to you, and then Captain Nelson turns to you.
I'm gonna pull out a cigarette and just light it. It's the 40s. They're not gonna care about that.
No, they don't care about you smoking. You're not near the fuel or anything. And he says, "What are you all doing down here?"
Well, Captain, we're here to find what caused all this mess.
Mm-hmm. And you knew there was something causing a mess down here, did you?
A friend of ours let us know.
Who is this friend?
Nobody you need to worry about.
I'm afraid I'm very worried. There has been a bit of a ruckus on my ship. Down below decks. Some damage to some very expensive cargo. And as I'm examining it, trying to figure out who to hold responsible, who shows up?
Oh, you think we did this? Have you checked the other holds?
I have men examining all of the holds right now.
Well, he's talking.
How long have they been examining those holds?
What do you have hidden in one of my holds that I should know about?
I ain't got nothing. Somebody else has something.
Well, we will see.
If I could
yes.
control the thing that's currently wrecking your ship, then I can assure you I would not be anywhere near as reluctant to tell you anything. Matter of fact, I'd have it here with me right now, and you wouldn't be worrying about anything.
I think that's enough threats for now. Miss, he turns to Virginia, and he says, "Would you please hand over the shotgun?" She looks to you, Birdie.
We'll hand over the shotgun when we know for sure that the thing causing all this damage isn't on board anymore.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, I'm gonna cut in. Captain. Did you? He served. He probably would have served, right? In the military. Listen,
I mean, the majority of men in the world did, yes.
okay.
But by his accent, not the same one that you did.
Oh, okay. Listen, we're here investigating Virginia's missing husband,
Fiance.
fiance.
I am aware of the young man who, as I understand it, leaped overboard. I am not aware of any authority you would have to investigate aboard my ship.
Well, considering we've already discovered several people who say they've seen him.
Have you? That will be very helpful. Please come with me.
No.
As to my other question about the dragon, its size, where it could have gone.
According to James's description, it was too large to fit out the door. You see no other means of egress from this room. Unless it, like, what's it called?
Let me ask this in a better way. Could I?
What's the name of the doors on the outside of a ship?
Hole?
What's the word for that?
Hold on.
Whatever it is. It is at the water line and doesn't appear to have been opened. But, Victor, you can assume that if the dragon was summoned into this room, it could leave through non-physical means as well.
Would Cthulhu or Mythos help me figure out anything about this thing?
Sure. Give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
I got a 25%. I got a 25%.
Yeah, you're asking for a luck refresh, aren't you?
Oh, I was gonna ask for about it, but you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, you think it's pretty likely that whatever is wearing Chad's face summoned the dragon in order to cover his tracks, possibly to kill all of the Chocho, so that they couldn't betray him after he asked them to betray their friend Dr. Sun. And once it had fulfilled its purpose, he either came back and made it leave, or he had some element involved in the spell used to summon it. They gave it a limited time frame, or you leave after you can fulfill this purpose. So it is gone. There is likely little or no evidence that someone like Captain Nelson would understand about what actually happened in here. And he is stepping up to another intercom on the wall and radioing for more men to come in.
Artie's gonna do the same thing again before he can talk.
You're gonna try to attack the captain of the ship?
Yep.
Alright, give me your brawl roll.
This is not gonna end nearly as well.
Do the two irritated crewmen have guns?
No, they don't have guns.
Okay. I guess we're gonna be doing.
Ooh. I don't think Bry's spending luck on that.
No.
Wait, you don't have 69 luck?
Alright, so you rush forward, and one of the crewmen grabs you by the arm, twists it up behind your back, and shoves you up against the wall. Connor,
And that's when Connor steps in. That exact
Get
moment.
off of me!
Run up and just clock the guy in a jaw without thinking.
all right. You give me
That's what
your
I'm
brawl
going for.
roll.
Where's my brawl at? It's been so long since I punched somebody in the face I can't find it instantly. Oh, there it is. Ha ha.
All right, and the other crewman who is not currently holding anybody is, because he's trying to fight back, essentially, you win this. So you do not get to the one who's holding Birdie, but you do get to punch the one who steps in your way.
Yeah.
What's your damage? It's gonna be just
That's.
a D3.
I think it's a D3. Yeah. Give me a second.
Unless you're
Yeah,
holding-
1D3.
Unless you're holding a club or something that you want to use.
No, I don't have that nightstick anymore.
And just roll a D3. So the arrogant crewman has Birdie up against the wall. Captain Nelson's going to be over here. Connor, you rush up at this guy. This guy steps in your way. You clock him in the jaw, but you do not put him down.
Yeah.
Victor, you and Virginia realize that you have only moments before the captain's signal is going to be answered and more people are going to come into the room. And you do have the additional problem that you are on a cruise ship.
I know. What does Virginia look like she's gonna do? She's the one who has the shotgun, and she's the unknown element in this.
She has the shotgun. She looks upset that Birdie slammed up against the wall, but not ready to start shooting sailors and the captain of the ship.
Okay. So she's okay. Well,
Question.
Completely flipped
We're
the
gonna
board
be
here.
sorry, what was
we're
that?
always
The guy that I had going guiding them, is he in the room with them?
Yes. Yes, he'll be here as well.
Okay.
Captain, hold on. Let me rephrase this, right? Because I know I'm gonna have to roll something, and it's not gonna go well. Captain, you
Connor
as
is actively fighting somebody. Birdie is up against the wall, struggling as hard as she can against somebody who's twisting her arm.
all right. You know what? We're gonna make the biggest play here. I'm gonna reach out, grab the shotgun from Virginia, load one into the chamber. Like, listen,
I think it was
Alright,
already.
so
We-
everybody's racking the shotgun. We're starting to lose cartridges on the ground now.
yeah. I didn't get a chance to
I'm sure you
unload.
already saw it get racked.
Listen, most people don't know how shotguns work. All it takes is like that cock thing, and that catches people's attention.
If he's served, he
We-
probably knows how it works.
Yeah, so you rack the shotgun. The captain looks at you and he says, "Think very carefully about your next move."
I'm trying to, but things are going out of hand. Sir, let me explain something to you. We're not here to cause a disturbance. We are here to solve a problem. My compatriots have gone too far in this. We only want to figure out what's happening.
Drop the
I-
shotgun.
Birdie says a very nasty word at Victor. We've gone too far.
Can we please be a little bit civil about this before I drop the shotgun? Because I don't need a shotgun. I don't need the I don't need the shotgun. I'm trying to figure this out, and we are hindering each other in this. We could be both allies in this, and I will drop the shotgun.
Hey James, what instructions did you give to Shenson? How do you think he would interpret them here?
To help them in any way that he can.
So is he going to be helping Connor to fight?
I think he's gonna be watching Victor right now. He's gonna be watching the person who has the gun. The person
Yeah,
who's
he's
kind of
gonna-
leading this entire conversation.
Helping the one with the potential of the most violence seems more on point for him than helping me throw a couple punches.
Originally, I was going to go and say he would be helping Birdie, but I'm pretty sure he would shift his attention to the second he heard the cocking of the shotgun.
Okay. Victor, did you say that you do drop the shotgun, or do you just promise that you will?
No, depending on his reaction, I'll drop the shotgun. Like if he's like, I know he's taking this serious because loaded gun, but like I need verbal confirmation.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, he's going to tell you if you murder a captain at sea, it is going to be the death penalty.
Yar har fiddle dee dee. We're all gonna get charged with piracy.
You've gone pretty far at this point, and he has a lot of leeway.
I mean, I'll drop at that. I'll drop it. Like, hey, listen, that wasn't just for you. I'll look at my two friends. I needed something to get everyone's attention.
Alright, Connor, I think you are going to manage to fling your guy out of the way, and you can run over to help free Birdie. But
Oh yeah,
more
absolutely.
crewmen are going to be entering the room at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I had that guy by his shirt, and whenever he got distracted enough by the conversation, I just whipped him out of the way to go after the guy that had Birdie.
And then you can slam him up against the wall, and Birdie can exact some sort of revenge against him. But more people are pouring into the room at this point. So to what
Yeah, she's
extent
not gonna
are you
try to
going
exact any. She's not gonna exact any revenge. She's just gonna rub her very sore shoulder now.
Captain,
Are you surrendering?
How badly are we outnumbered?
A cruise ship versus us.
That's just it. At this point, there are roughly an equal number of crewmen in here as there are of you. But you know that their numbers are less limited than yours are.
I mean, that doesn't scare
Okay.
me.
Okay. I'm not telling you you can't take over the cruise ship.
Hey,
I'm the captain now.
I'm just
Hey,
saying that
Connor,
there are
you wanted a
consequences
boat,
for your
right?
actions.
I did want my boat back. I do have boating. Like,
I think this is
can't-
bigger than your boat.
oh, it's a lot bigger than my boat.
Victor's just gonna calmly go up to the captain. Listen, can we talk? Just the two of us and maybe one other person.
Uh,
I have some very crucial information that you need to be aware of. Because I'm not the threat on this boat. There are things worse than me here.
I think
I'm gonna try to intimidate.
Oh, this is an intimidate, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm being very direct. Like this, he can have as many men as he wants here, but like, I have that look of I've already seen death. I am not scared.
This is a hard intimidate roll.
I'm gonna use all my luck.
Hey, didn't need to. Well, yeah.
You had to. It needs to be hard.
Yeah.
But hey, you didn't have to spend much.
Now I want you to roll luck.
Oh,
How's your luck?
terrible.
Okay. He pulls a .38 revolver out of a holster and points it at you. He says, "On your knees!"
Where does he point it?
At your head.
Okay.
He is deeply intimidated at this point.
Listen,
On
this is
your
getting
knees.
out of hand.
Birdie's loose.
Birdie's loose. You gonna make the
She's gonna
situation
try-
worse?
Yeah, just make it worse. It's fine. Like, what I'm gonna do next isn't gonna be any better.
Yeah, let's make it worse. She's gonna try and grab specifically his arm and wrestle the gun away from him.
No, leave the captain to me. Like, he's the one pointing the gun at me.
Yeah, and you're my friend.
Is he? This is new information.
Technically, begrudging friend. She wants to strangle him half the time, but don't you want to strangle your best friends?
Alright, this is going to be another brawl check. I'm going to warn you, if you fail, he pulls the trigger.
Can I see that she's doing this and try to stop her?
If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it. But she is going to take like half a step forward.
You know, as soon as you do that, I think Theodore's gonna, or not Theodore, Victor's gonna take a step forward. Like, I have seen things that are scarier than a gun. That doesn't scare me. Can we talk like men, or must I be a beast?
Jesus Christ, dude. How do you think
Yes,
he's
no,
going to
no,
react
I-
to that?
Is he gonna shoot? No, I want him to be scared. All right.
Well, you did that.
Yeah, he's really scared right now.
I want him to be.
God.
Oh damn, he got a stream. Do I still get to dodge at least? You know, I don't. I'm gonna just take
It
it.
is
I'm gonna
pointed at
take
your
it.
head, and you just
You can
took a
roll a
step
dodge.
forward.
Whee!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, so,
You know what? Can
Technically,
I?
that's a better roll, but it is a tie.
yeah, well,
Do I still take
because
damage?
he's dodging, he takes a tie.
Yeah, that's
But-
right. That's right.
Yeah. That's the difference between, well, you can't fight back against being shot. But that's the difference between dodging and fighting back.
Yeah.
You do not take the damage
Oh, I don't.
because you dive to the side behind some barrels.
Can I instead of diving to the side just walk past, like
Duck
in front of
underneath
the gun, like look him in the eyes? I'm going for the real. I'm trying to terrify this man.
No, you dodge.
This is when I'm going.
You're
Yeah,
dodging.
no.
You
You're
dodged
dodging.
a
You're not
bullet.
pulling some
He-
kind of neo bullshit.
Listen.
from
No, he watched
Hear me
whenever
out.
he watched whenever the trigger was being squeezed and then moved prematurely.
Yeah.
So it just
You
whizzed
know what?
past his head, kind of thing.
Roll a sand check.
I-
Ooh.
Okay.
If you fail, then you cannot dive out of the way.
What is?
Oh my! You succeeded at the
Jesus
sand check,
Christ.
so you do not stand in front of the gun as the trigger is being pulled.
I'm just calmly walking forward.
No, you dodge to the
no,
side.
no, you dodged it because
Oh,
you
okay.
Dodge or
you're
you get
crazy.
shot.
Okay.
This is when Birdie will tackle the guy.
Okay, so Victor dodges,
God.
like dives to the side, rolls behind some barrels. The gun goes off. Let me just do this real
At
quick.
this point, he will go and step in.
Okay, poor Victor.
Uh-oh.
She picked up the shotgun, didn't she?
No, she got shot. So she collapses against the wall. Birdie, I feel like now you're not, but you feel justified in tackling him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend that 3 luck.
It's only
Take
3
it.
luck.
I take it back. There's a different thing I want him to do, and I'm pretty sure I would also say this.
Do you want to spend enough luck to make it a hard success so that you beat the captain?
Yeah, I've got
You already
enough.
spent 3. You already spent 3.
All right.
I've got enough.
Are you tackling him or hurting him?
Tackling him. I'm specifically trying to knock the gun out of his hand.
Yeah, you leap on top of him. He hits the ground. The gun goes spinning out of his hand across the floor. James, or Terry, you were telling me what Shang Tsung is going to do now.
Yeah, there would be one additional rule, and that is because Virginia isn't actually a part of this normally. And that is that if she gets hurt, to get her out of the situation and to bring her to me so I can go and help her.
All right, so he will scoop her up and dash out of the room. Connor.
I still have this guy pinned. I know that he's going to be a threat. I'm going to double down on him and just right against the wall, just elbow check him.
Okay. Make a brawl check. If you succeed, you can knock him out.
Awesome. Oh my god.
Okay, so the game wanted us to choose violence. Got it.
Okay, violence it is, dice. Let's go. Play to the dice.
He hits the wall, then he hits the ground.
Yeah.
Victor? You've seen everything that happened. You dodged out of the way. Birdie took the captain down. The gun went spinning free. Shang Tsung grabbed Virginia, dashed out of the room. Connor knocked out the crewman he was struggling with. There's still one crewman in the room. Connor had knocked him to the ground, but he's getting back up. The gun is loose.
So you know the real reason why I came over here? Why I dodged over here is because that's where the shotgun was.
Okay. So you can stand up holding the shotgun. What do you do with it?
How's that crewman look?
Please don't shoot the crewman.
He looks like he was just winded and knocked to the ground, but he's not actually injured.
Oh, no. Is he eyeing the gun?
Yeah.
Don't do it, kid. I'll walk over to the cap.
You see him looking at the gun, looking back at you, looking at the gun, looking back at you. Then he puts his hands up.
Thank you. Thank you! Honestly, I've always wanted that to happen. Like, someone's like, yeah, that's not worth it.
Guys, we just successfully took out the captain and 2 of his men.
Is that, do you consider that a success?
Not yet.
We're gonna have to fucking run.
I have a
I'm gonna go
question. How
back.
long does it take for Virginia to get to me?
I mean, it's going to be a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll wait until that scene happens.
What I think would be the best is for Theodore's gonna go up to the captain while Birdie's on top of him. Of course, I've grabbed the gun at this.
Before you act, Birdie, what are you doing on top of the captain?
Just trying to hold him still. Not trying to hurt him at all, just trying to pin him down, hold him still, keep him from being able to get up.
Like arms behind back?
If she can. She is trying to do that.
Okay, so he is,
Mostly she's just using her bulk to keep him pinned.
He is speaking Norwegian, which you do not know, but you are pretty certain that he is swearing.
Right back at ya.
What was the captain's name?
Henry Nelson.
Nelson. I would have picked up the gun. Right? His gun.
Yeah, you
Went
you got a
down.
shotgun in one hand and a 38 revolver in the other.
We're a little crazy. Yeah, sir, Nelson. Is it? I really didn't want it to come to this, but generally when we talk to authorities, this is how it goes. We aren't here to cause any harm. We are here to stop people from causing harm. It might not look at it from the outset from where you're sitting, obviously. But I mean you no harm. I'm here to do a job, and right now you are hindering it. I'm gonna put the gun like right in front of him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I respect your authority here. I need you to understand that this is not okay. I just wanted to talk. Everyone else has made this happen, alright? Can we please just talk? I mean, I respect his authority here.
I don't have a lot of other options.
I tried to give you that option. I really did. And you tried to shoot me. Did you not?
To be fair, you were scaring the life out of him.
Jesus Christ, do you think a ship's a democracy?
It's turning into a dictatorship right now, I'll tell you what. I think that's a good place for us to fade to black, though, because there's a lot of stuff happening in this short amount of time.
I mean, alright, but I want the group of you to decide what your plan is while I move to James to deal with Virginia.
Yeah. Because I need these two to get on the page of what we're doing, because if we're taking over the boat, we're taking over the boat. If we're not taking over the boat, I just need to know what's happening. I just wanted to talk. Things escalated really quickly.
Uh-huh.
I want you to think about this, alright?
Hey, Fluffy, how's it feel
What's
to
up?
not be the crazy one for once? To not be the one making the bad
Just
decisions.
trying to do a job. Why does everyone want to mess up my job?
Honest opinion, you should at least. I think at this point you should just say you're demon hunters.
I mean, might as well.
James, do you stick around with Dr. Soul?
Oh yeah, most likely.
Okay. So, you're going to hear some shouts outside in the corridors. Alarmed shouts.
I'm gonna say, "Ooh boy, that doesn't sound good," and I'm gonna go up to the door and I'm gonna open it and say, "Get in here!"
Yeah, you open up the door and Shen Sing is rushing towards you, holding Virginia in his arms. She is pale and like collapsed backwards in his arms, and you can see a trail of blood behind her. And you can also see a trail of screaming passengers.
We're making a goddamn scene.
He brings her in
Hey,
and he puts her
doctor!
down on a couch where she immediately begins staining it.
Yep, and I'm gonna help with whatever medical stuff we can do to try and get her all patched up. Obviously, I'll mainly leave it to the professional, but I will help out as well.
Aren't you the professional here? I thought you had a really
There's an
high
actual
medicine.
doctor here.
There is an actual doctor here, yes.
There's an actual doctor here. I am the next best thing in our group. There's an actual doctor here.
Oh, medicine 34. I guess that's not high.
Understanding how to stitch somebody up does not make you qualified for surgery.
I know how to do quick patch jobs. I have an understanding of medicine, yes. Do I actually know how to use it properly? No.
I forgot you're a archaeologist, not a doctor.
Yes, I have a doctorate. It's not the same.
I'm a doctor, not a doctor.
I forget. Did you actually finish your degree?
I was close. I think I was doing an assignment, and I was gonna come back afterwards to actually return it and finish and fully graduate. I think I think it would make sense that the final, the final thing for it to like, the final thing is to go and actually probably do like some kind of research and then come back with said research.
Okay, he is going to do a quick examination and just say she has lost a lot of blood. See this? You see this here? He points to a hole in her chest and he lifts her up and shows you a big hole in her back as well, and he says, "That's not good."
Yeah. Is there a way to fix that? What do you need? I can act as at least the equivalent of a nurse for you.
How far are you willing to go to keep the young lady alive?
I don't think he's a doctor, guys.
He is a doctor.
He is a
Okay.
doctor. Gunshot wounds are serious things, man.
Yeah, she lost more hit points than she has.
Oh.
As far as is needed.
Alright. Lomai is going to hand him... Well, Lomai is going to stand there with his little case of medicine and herbs and oils. And as Dr. Sung asks for them, he's going to pull out different things which Dr. Sung is going to apply. And Dr. Sung is going to keep repeating a short phrase in Chinese. Let's see. This is going to go on for a while. You will see her growing paler. You will see the color fade out of her lips. It is difficult to tell whether she's breathing at this point. And then he's going to turn to you and say, "James, put your hands on her here and here." And he puts your hands like on both sides of her. Where the
I will
holes
do
are.
that.
Why isn't this done yet?
I just made a roll, but it doesn't seem to be coming through. There we go. Alright. You're going to lose 3 points of POW. And you're going to see suddenly she reacts. Like as if she's in severe pain, as that like she's been lying there fading away, and suddenly it's like she was just injured right now. You see her lift up off of the couch, and you feel her flesh twisting under your hands. And when you
I'm
pull
going to
your hands away, you're going to see that there's like her wounds have scarred over, Like,
Okay.
it is an ugly patch. But, and she does not regain consciousness. But after you're done, she's lying there on the couch, breathing shallowly, and no longer leaking.
I'll look at him and say, is that stuff you learned from that book of yours?
That is some of the wisdom in the Red Book, yes.
I understand. Well, kind of figured that's why you were asking me earlier how far I was willing to go.
There's a cost to the things that I can buy from this book.
There always is.
And I think there are going to be some questions after this.
I'd rather not see another life lost because of me and my friends not being able to do our jobs properly.
Now,
No matter
this, as I
how
mentioned, has taken a few
unprepared
minutes,
for
and you hear a sharp knock on the door.
I will turn around and say, I'll get this. Open up the door and say, hello?
Yeah, the crewmate's going to be standing at the door, and he's going to say, "Is there an injured young lady in this cabin?"
Yes, we're actually trading her right now.
So he
And I'll
steps
open it?
inside. Yeah. He steps inside, and we can jump away from that conversation back to the hold. What have you done with the people who are in this room?
Personally, I'm hoping everyone's calmed down because, you know, tensions are high. I didn't cause them this time. So what I gotta know. What you guys gonna do?
I am more than willing to let the captain up as long as he does not have access to the gun.
Yeah, I mean, Victor has both guns.
Yeah.
The captain's unlikely to try to fight anybody like that.
Haha, he has a second gun.
Yeah,
No one
Birdie,
expects
Birdie will let him up. And she's actually going to follow the blood trail to find out what happened to Virginia.
You're gonna leave?
She is, actually, because she is suddenly way more concerned that she just got Virginia shot.
Alright. So, after causing the whole problem, Birdie just leaves.
Yep. Yep.
Connor, you go follow her right now. I don't care if that
Connor.
leaves me down with everyone in here, alright?
Yeah, Connor doesn't even respond. He's gone.
What the hell? Okay.
I'm gonna look at
Yep.
Nelson. I'm gonna help him up. I have no idea what's happening, but I need you to understand that I am right now I feel like the most sensible person in this room, and I hate that. Alright?
If you're feeling sensible, put the guns down and stop this act of piracy right now.
Are you gonna shoot someone?
Not if you're not actively trying to attack me.
I wasn't. I've been just trying to talk to you.
His finger is shaking as he points it at your face. He says, "You were threatening me with a gun in your face. What kind of sense is that?" You still have the guns.
So there's still some crewmen still trying to come into the room, right?
I have decided that it's more fair if they're not immediately entering the room.
Okay.
But you're on a cruise ship.
I know the predicament I'm in. You don't need to explain the rest. I'm just trying to. Okay, he's pointing at me. I'm just gonna drop the guns. Can we talk? Please.
All right, they're going for the guns.
I'm not scared of that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like my face has not changed. I've faced monsters. I've faced people with guns.
So he tells you, "Come with me, quietly. And you're going to sit down and we'll have a conversation."
Sounds fair. I will say I'm not going into the brig, but I will follow you. I'm not gonna be good.
Okay. He is going to lead you outside, and he's going to gather more crewmen. Some of whom will go and tend to the unconscious men. As they head upstairs, you're going to pass the second mate, who Birdie has knocked out. He's going to turn to you. And says, "This was you as well, wasn't it?"
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. That one wasn't me. It was us, but not me.
He is going to lead you upstairs, and he will not take you to the brig. He will take you to a small room and have you locked inside of it. Is that going to be a fight?
Okay. You know what? I have a skill here that I haven't used, right?
What's your skill?
Sleight of hand.
What do you think that's going to accomplish?
I want to get the master key from the captain, I guess. We're going crazy.
You're gonna try to pick his pocket while he's locking you in the cabin? Okay. That's gonna be hard because there's several men watching you, but go for it.
We're gonna. You know what? No. This is going on too much. I'm just. I'm just
You gotta choose what you're doing to commit, buddy.
I know. I just gotta wait in the room. I said it's not the brig. I gotta keep to my word. I really want to do this. I hate being stuck. No. I pushed my luck. It is just one roll. Don't tempt me. Just cut away from me, please. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't trust it. I've been rolling too well.
Alright, Birdie and Connor. You are apparently not going to make it that far before there's word going out over the ship to detain the two of you.
I'm gonna cry.
So are you just like openly running along following that blood trail?
I'm trying to decide what she would be doing in this moment, because I think, despite having more sanity than anybody else in the group, I think Birdie has just lost it at this point.
I think that's pretty clear, yeah. Connor, do you... I know you're her bodyguard. Do you ever try to advise her when she's going too far?
Sometimes, but it usually ends with me getting punched in the face. So he's been holding off on this, but it's looking like it's about time.
I think it's been a little too late for that. I think you need to.
I think it's a little late for that. But I think at this point she is just single-minded focused on finding Virginia, so she's just following the blood trail.
All right. I said that they were working on her for a while, so we can have you arrive. There are going to be several crewmen in the room already, several more outside. There are passengers like lining the passageways here. All of them looking down the hall, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. You're just gonna push your way inside?
Yup. Virginia?
Them coming in, I will turn around and I will go and say, just put a hand on both of them. Say, "Huh, we're taking care of her. If you're gonna come in here, stay a little bit back."
Birdie's just gonna nod.
You can see that she is alive and breathing. You can also see, like, it is an ugly scar on her chest. And you feel quite certain that she did not have that scar earlier. You would have noticed that. She's wearing the type of dress that shows off her very nice shoulders, and this would have been obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Sung is going to say, I have to admit, when I asked you all to help me, I thought you might be a little more discreet than this.
That would be the wish normally, as I'm probably handing him some kind of tool or just handing him stuff.
Yeah. He is finished up with her. He's going to tell you she's going to need to continue to take. He's pulling out certain herbs. She's going to need to continue to take these. She's lost a lot of blood. She's going to need to recover. And also these. And he pulls out some iron capsules. But she will survive. And there are some crewmen in the room who've been like watching as Dr. Sung is working on her. But more of them are going to come in who have clearly been following you. And this is the point where you need to decide, are you going to try to overthrow the ship, or are you going to accept being arrested?
Me?
No, you're already
No.
arrested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this only towards Birdie and Connor, or is James a part of this?
It is towards Birdie and Connor.
Okay.
You're going to be questioned because they're not sure why a bleeding woman was brought to this room. But nobody has seen you violently attack the captain.
Fair enough. I haven't actually attacked any crew members.
No, you have not. You weren't even spotted when you were in a place you shouldn't have been.
Fair, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think if touched, Birdie is going to react a little bit violently, but if told to calm down by one of her friends, she will.
I think James will. If you go to raise your hand, James will grab that and just say, "No, calm down. You've clearly already caused enough trouble."
Fine.
I will just gently put a hand on her shoulder and take her 2 steps back.
Okay, so if you're not going to resist further, then Connor, Birdie, Shane Sin, and Virginia are going to be taken into custody.
I will ask to.
Virginia is going to go to like whatever infirmary they have aboard, as opposed to a.
Yeah, I will ask with also the medical stuff, just to be able to go with her, just to make sure that she's able to take the stuff that she needs, and to keep an eye on her.
They'll assure you that they have a ship doctor, and that he will take good care of her.
I would still like to be there. I won't interfere with the ship doctor, but I would like to still be there.
That sounds like persuade to me.
Did everybody just get really muffled for anybody else?
Yeah.
A few people sound like they were underwater.
I think we're back though.
Okay.
I'll spend that.
All right, it's the luck spending session.
Whee!
Yay, 20 luck!
Then yeah, they will decide that you can be the ship doctor's problem instead of his problem.
All right, I will take all the necessary stuff that we were told that she needs to take, and we'll go.
All right.
What are they? How are they bringing her there? They putting her on like a stretcher?
Yes, they can bring in. They can bring in a stretcher and carry her that way.
Okay.
Now, all of you, like, again, there's a passageway is full of onlookers. So a lot of people are going to watch you being led away. You'll see Father Alvarez. And, of course, your roommate Phyllis Barnes is going to be watching very closely, Birdie. You see her go when she sees Virginia's injury. You have the feeling that you're going to be a topic of conversation. She's going to have a great time for many, many nights talking about this.
Oh yeah.
Is there anybody in the crowd you want to call out to as you're being led away?
You know what? I'm gonna ask for the. Like, I will stop and like ask him to join me, the father.
You're already locked
You're
up.
already
You're not-
locked up.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
already
actually
locked
going
up.
to go and
I was just locked up. Okay, my bad.
I think
My bad.
James will go and ask the father if he could go and check on the others, or ask if he can go with them to check on like the others. And say that he might be able to get to the crew members, saying he might be able to get them to confess a little bit more. Just because of religious reasons, and that I've seen them talk to him before.
All right, that's sort of an odd request, but they'll ask Father Alvarez to come with them as well. And he looks confused, but he comes along.
I am
I'll
scanning
have-
the crowd to see if I can see Chad's face.
I will apologize to him and just ask him if he could go and be a median or the middleman in trying to help explain stuff.
Okay.
For them.
He doesn't know what's going on.
I will just go and say, remember how each of us confessed about our journey and what's happened? It seems that it's happening here. And seeing that Victor's not here, I see that Victor went on his path again.
Yeah, he looks like he understands a little bit better now.
Surprise, surprise, it wasn't Victor this time.
So, we're not going to do individual interrogation scenes. I just want to know when they're interrogating you. Need you give me the general gist of how you react to that. Like, this isn't a torture scene. Nobody's beating you or threatening you to get information. They would just want to know, what the hell do you know about what happened in the hold? Why did you try to overthrow the captain?
I wasn't trying to overthrow the captain. I just very badly wanted to stop what's happening.
Connor,
So-
being his typical anti-authority self, is going to be very difficult to interrogate in this situation. He's going to be sarcastic, coy, and a little playful with it, but he is going to send the message home that I wouldn't have hurt anybody if nobody touched Birdie.
All right. So it's your stance that Birdie should just be allowed to punch the captain and whoever else she wants.
Yes. I'm her bodyguard. I have to step in when it gets bad. I'm paid to do this.
You're paid to keep other people safe from her.
They don't know that.
And
They
Victor,
just know
how
that
about
I'm your
you?
bodyguard.
He's gonna be really repugnant, only wanting to talk to the captain, and asking for the father to join in this interrogation. If they really want to interrogate me, because like anyone else, I don't care. I told that the captain told me that he would talk to me, right? I'm following it right now.
Okay.
Following the plan.
Okay. Are you going to, when the father is here, are you going to like try to use coded messages to let him know that something's going on, or are you going to be straight up about it in front of people?
Honestly, I don't know if I want to go off the cuff and just like, hey, there's monsters down there. No, 'cause that's too crazy. I have to deal with the crazy that's in front of me right now. I'm trying to, like, you said that why we took over the ship. I wasn't trying to. I was trying to have a conversation. There was a brawl. I didn't cock the gun to take over the ship, but to get everyone's attention and calm down, because I put down the gun afterwards. I wasn't trying to cause a scene other than getting everyone's attention and trying to de-escalate things. After that, I don't know where the story went, because I'm not here to take over the ship. I'm here to do a job. And father.
Yeah.
So you will all be informed that the captain's opinion is still that Chad Peterson committed suicide, but he doesn't have final authority in it. You are going to arrive in port in India tomorrow. British policemen will be coming on board to perform their own investigation, and all of you are now suspects. In addition to the fact that you tried to take over the ship and attack the captain.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
And I think what we're going to end up doing is that next week we will... So, three of you are locked up. Shang Tsung is locked up as well. They're not going to get anything out of him because he's a really odd guy. Virginia Ridley is unconscious, unlikely to be conscious before the police arrive. But while the three of you are locked up, I think we might have you switch to other characters, and we'll see if anything happens that's going to change the fates of these three. What do you think?
Sure.
What do you think? 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 What do you think?
Okay.
I don't even know what my fate is anymore. I don't even know. I think we lost the plot there somehow. Things escalated and it just didn't stop escalating.
I accept all blame.
I'm not particularly upset, but like
I am gonna just throw this out there.
Mhm.
Something that ability that Connor has. You could just make someone stop talking.
I can, but it's permanent.
Is it? I thought it was as long as you use your magic on them.
Oh no, it's toggleable. It's a toggleable thing. I can make it permanent or I can end it whenever I want. That's what it is.
Yeah, you can cast the
Oh.
spell again to reverse it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Otherwise-
It's a yeah. I'm not casting a spell twice just to shut somebody up.
Otherwise, it's surgery to reduce the size
Mhm.
of the tongue.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's useful only to shut up spellcasters, and I've used it every time to shut up a spellcaster.
You could, if you chose, use it to indicate that there really is something weird happening here.
Ooh.
I leave that in your hands.
I was actually thinking about doing that to the captain, being like, "Yeah, we've seen some shit. Just do it."
Theodore,
yeah, what's up?
I don't know what you're up to for most of the day, but when you make your way back to the cabin, you find that it is being searched.
I didn't do it.
Theodore Oswald, your father's Victor?
No. My name is
I love Theodore.
Listen, you're gonna go back to a place and someone's asking about your dad, like you are not gonna answer truthfully.
You don't even need to make up a name. Just give me a fast talk roll.
Alright, thank you.
How is Theodore's fast talk?
Oh, it's pretty good. Why do you think I always lie?
There you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so they apologize for disturbing you, let you know you can head on to your own cabin. You don't need to worry about what's happening in here.
Are you looking for Theodore Oswald? What happened?
You can head on to your own cabin. You don't need to worry about what's happening here.
Very serious. I'm sorry. Sorry to trouble you.
They do
I'll
seem
make my way.
very serious right now.
I don't blame him. Theodore just doesn't know what's happening.
So, Theodore and Jean, James, you can meet with them as well. And,
All right, yeah,
Luna.
I'll meet with them after I made sure that everything in Virginia is stabilizing a lot better, or at least a little bit more stable.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to. It looks like just like Dr. Sung told you, she's going to have to recover. But oh Jesus, that's way too big. Let me fix that.
No, that's accurate.
No, that's
That is
that's
accurate.
more
Listen,
accurate.
I remember that we were
That is
talking about how
okay.
apparently as a archetype, he's apparently a beefcake, but I don't think he was that big.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I
a
mean
big dude.
probably, but it's too late.
He's
a
big, but I don't
beefcake.
think he's like ogre size.
Well, he's
Also,
an
I will
85.
say, during
The
the
scale-
interrogation, Birdie was very clear that Virginia did not have any idea what was going on that whole time. We kind of just dragged her into it because I was being a dumbass.
I mean, that's fine, and they listen to what you say, but she was the one who had the gun.
She didn't point it at anybody, though.
No, but she did rack it. Anyway, because she was the one who got shot, do you have the feeling that now that she's no longer dying, she's probably in less trouble than the rest of you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I would
So I
have
don't
some
think-
kind of understanding.
There's some sort of understanding?
At least from the situation. I'd feel like I would ask if I could if I could be there, or if not being in there, if I could be like outside and just listen, because I do know them. They are acquaintances.
I don't think you're going to be able to listen in on the interrogations. However,
yeah,
Shin was with you for some time before they showed up to arrest him, so he can have told you the basics of what happened.
Okay. I just want someone to go and explain what happened. And I will now explain that to them.
Yeah.
And I
so
will say that Birdie, Connor, and Victor are dumbasses who decide to pick a fight with a captain.
Specifically, Birdie's the dumbass.
Oh, I won't go in. I'll put the blame on all three of them.
I mean, I didn't make a situation any better. I was just trying to get the captain to calm
I'm
down.
pretty
and
sure I'm
listen.
still in that in my I hold all three of them responsible. I'll hold them all three of them responsible. Even if it was one was more responsible than the others, all three of them will be responsible.
There's a little bit of enabling going on.
And
James, can you do me a favor? Can we sit down and have something to drink while I figure out what I'm missing? Cause they're going through
of
my
course.
stuff. Thank you. I would appreciate that.
What do you want?
I think that's. I just need a second from all this. Oh.
What do we even have in this room that I can offer?
I mean, I'm
Or
sure
what
you can get,
what is nearby that I can get that I can go and offer them?
you can get some brandy. How's that?
Sounds good. I highly doubt James is going to actually drink it. I'll actually just leave 2 cups. Or there's like a bottle or whatever. I'll get a bottle. I'll see if I can get a bottle. I'll just place it there. I'll have the 2 cups. And I'll leave it for them.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a
Say
bottle
there.
delivered to your room. It's fine.
Yeah. And I'll just go and say, all right. The 3 of them were dumbasses. Chose to pick a fight. In the middle of that fight, Virginia got shot. She got rushed. We patched her as best as we could.
Okay, hold on.
She's
One
stabilizing,
question.
at least.
One question, right? Is this what kind of fight are we talking about? Is the crew members in on this, or like?
From my
what's
understanding,
happening?
no, they're not. They're just trying to go and do their job on the ship, and the 3 of them decide, oh yeah,
It's okay. We don't need to rehash.
Oh,
the
we're
session
not
we
going to
just
be
played.
rational. Unless they go and tell me otherwise. At the moment, they're just doing their job, and they just ended up picking a fight, and now they're being framed as like pirates.
Okay, thank you. I just need to know if the crew members were in on it, because that's the thing I don't know. My stuff we're going
I
is being
don't
ran
believe
through.
the crew members are in on it. I think there's just there's an unknown party. That unknown party ended up taking over Chad Peterson, and are now using him. I can't remember. Did Victor actually explain that to me? Or to us? Did he explain that there's a
That Chad most likely has been consumed and something else is using his likeness now.
Yep.
Yeah, that was explained to you. That was
Okay,
under the condition that you
then I will
stayed.
also then we already know that. Then I'll just say I'm gonna be under the assumption that there's that third party, that they're using Chad Peterson's likeness, and that pretty much right now the only enemy that we know that we have is whatever is possessing or using the
Okay.
likeness of Chad Peterson.
I need you guys. Okay, everyone. I need you to listen up, right? We're not going to be able to do anything to help them out of this situation unless we find Chad Peterson, right? It's the only way to make this all seem sensible. Okay? We got to find
Yeah.
him by tomorrow before we make port. We have to. John, what do you say? I assume I'll be talking to Joey. Joey.
Yes.
Joey. Joey, I'm
Yes.
trying to get you involved.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
And what does the cat have to say?
Oh, yes, I'm aware. I was muted. I was coughing and sneezing, so I muted myself, and I forgot to unmute because, I have the brain of a goldfish. Anyways, what were you speaking to Jean for? I did not know that you were speaking to me.
We
when you
have to
spoke.
figure out, or we have to find not the husband, Chad. We have to find Chad before we make port. It's the only way to make any of this sensible.
Didn't you? Didn't we say that he turned into a pile of roaches?
Someone else is
That
wearing
he
his
did,
face.
but he's still around somewhere.
Oh, we're finding the guy that's wearing his skin. Okay.
John,
God, I
John,
said
look
that.
at me. John, look at me. Just go with it. We don't need to ask him too many questions. We just need to figure out where this person is. All right. We know what he looks like. We've seen him before. There's a few other people, and James is the only one who's seen him.
Yeah, it's a
Whether
small
Jean-
boat.
Whether
He says
John has seen this
sarcastically.
particular thing before or not, he's seen things like this.
Oh yeah. He's like, oh yeah.
He's on
Like,
board.
he's like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
God.
Everything starts to make sense the less questions you ask. Luna, I like. How you feeling, Luna? You good there? Thank you. Thank you for
James
the
will
support.
reach across and he'll give a little niche for Luna.
Yeah, Luna, you're not entirely sure why. You really like James. You can make up your own opinion about the others in the room.
He gives the best scratches.
What accent do cats have here?
I was going with Russian.
Okay. Luna, the Russian cat
Even
from
though
Egypt.
she's from, even though she's from Egypt.
Okay. I don't know if we're going to wrap this up next week, but it sounds like you all have decided you need to really accelerate this and solve this problem overnight.
Yep. Theodore's pushing for that.
I think that being the case, it would be fun if the ball is also tonight.
Oh snap! I like that.
So, we'll pick up next week. You'll be playing the B team. We will have a ball. And we'll see what plan you come up with to get your main characters out of trouble. How does that sound?
Okay.
Sounds like fun. And I have a feeling. James is going to be the guy who finds Chad again. It just
Third time's the charm.
feels. He's the only one who's ran into him after the disappearance.
Maybe you were Chad all along.
I do want to apologize for
No.
making terrible, terrible decisions this evening.
I was absolutely planning for like whenever Birdie and Connor get alone, he is going to grab her and take her aside and be like, "Hey, like, whoa." Like, he wasn't going to do that in front of people. Like,
Listen, I'm not going to say that these were good decisions. but I think that given everything you've been through at this point, your capacity for respecting authority is probably at a really low tide.
Oh, it's
I mean,
It's all right. Then there's
absolutely at an
James.
all-time low.
James still respects the authority.
I think I
Other than
personally-
New York, he does not respect the authority in New York, but he won't mess with them.
Like, Bertie already had a very low respect for authority, and after everything, it's just being compounded. And this isn't even, like, touching on the fact that this was supposed to be a vacation. She just wants to get it done and over with, and anybody who gets in her way is going to get punched.
Fair.
Except now she's gotten Virginia shot, and she feels like crap about that, and so now she's going to be... She is spiraling.
It's all right. Well, that's happening to you. James made sure that she was at least going to live.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. If anybody wants to slap Birdie, that's an option.
No, if you threw hands, I think James would have actually slapped you and said stop. You've
Listen.
already caused enough. Like if you actually went to go fight, I think James would have pulled you off to the side, slapped you, and said stop.
Terry, are you still
Yeah.
crazy?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. I feel like James would still be a little unhinged.
You haven't had a break.
Listen.
Yet.
Yeah.
I think we'll decide that at the beginning of next week, if I don't remember, remind me. We'll say that you've had a couple hours to calm down while waiting for the ball. So you can get rid of the bout of madness, but you'll still have the underlying insanity. And we'll do a luck refresh.
Sounds good to me.
Whee!
Sound fair to everybody?
Yeah.
And I will just throw it
19
out there. The dice did support us choosing violence. They didn't have to, but they did.
It's true. You got to go where the story goes then.
Oh,
Thank you
Goodness.
for playing, everybody.
thank you
Goodbye.
as always for running.
Anything to say before
I'm-
we go off the air?
Threaten your nearest captain today?
Don't do that. Do not follow foolish ideas.
Yeah, do this in games, not in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
In real life, you've got to be a lot smarter about it.
Listen, I had a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Self-preservation skills today than some, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, how's it feel not being the most unhinged person on the team for once?
Listen. There's sometimes I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense, but
Yeah, I'm glad
things
that,
escalated real quick.
I'm glad that James didn't actually follow you guys.
I am too.
Because if I did, I would have tried to go and fix her up right there, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, probably not.
And you
Well,
probably also would have been
locked up.
implicated and arrested.
Yep,
All right.
and I'm not now, so you know.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Have a good night.